through side lanes with Ryze and Gwen. You can move around the map. You can really attack 100 Thieves in transition.
And one of the things I was most impressed with C9 last split was their ability
I think
to
less about 2 of 3 grubs. It's just denying that that grub feat. But the fact they got 2 is great. Fight.
Oh, now we're finding a pick here onto Loki, potentially. Out of position, flashes away. Out of damage range. Quid cannot follow. Sniper wants some more, though, right now. He's still committed on the Blabber. He's got the damage! First blood! Broken wings, breaking knees as Loki tries to go back in. Flash from River. That's 2 kills to 100 Thieves.
And that's what you get with...
He's falling into my trap.
I mean, listen, this game state at this point for 100 Thieves is incredibly favorable because we already know...
if there's going to be any chance of a fight.
I don't think you want to fight this one, but instead they're engaging themselves. They caught River with nobody around him. Quid has the Emperor's Divide. Now they're re-engaged from 100 Thieves. They got ultimates on days. Vulcan's going to stay alive for quite a while here. Does not give the reset for River for the bailout. And now we're re-engaging onto FBI, who got caught away from his front line. Sven punishes him for it. And C9...
And from what was kind of a losing map state, because they just found the right angle where they had the numbers advantage. They might get more here, too. Ayla no flash.
Back to live. Ayla's going to go down. Looked like he was just trying to get vision down in the river.
Before swapping and then lost 1 plate top, and they have 5 of the 6 grubs. Plus Vulcan is unlocked on the map now if they've got a few picks.
Sniper
no flash.
Has no backup around him. Can they lock down the Riven? Very slippery champion, but I don't think he's going anywhere. Pick in the side lane. Blabber with the kill.
I'm pretty surprised Blabber actually took that kill. So it does mean unless Quid is heading down there, you're giving over even more gold. So the plates are going to be equalized. They're +1 kill, and they're first on the Dragon.
Ooh, making a play into the mid lane instead. Sven, chain CC, well executed Thieves.
Nice pick. I think Sven was trying to get a little bit of information to make sure that Blabber wasn't getting collapsed on, Drake. And they can get the first tower from this.
I'm pretty sure that's feats of strength right there, because they got the first 3 kills first, plus the turret. All right, not too bad for the Thieves.
Yeah, nice play by them, getting something back. They find a force here. The Q flash doesn't connect from River, but he's able to follow with really good line of vision throughout that river to at least cover Sniper. And if you're not seeing anyone on the map, just allow Quid to take the tower topside, allow that Azir to continue scaling. We haven't talked a lot about him, but Quid is in a great spot, and this guy has been looking like he is an MVP form once again this year.
And you'll always take gold on Quid if it's giving gold to someone else on the enemy team as an exchange because of how good he has been in team fights. So Sniper does the correct mature play there, just giving up the turret as bad as it feels to give it up to his lane opponent in the Gwen, because he would have just completely died under the turret, and his team gets so much more for him giving that up. Not only do they get the top turret for Azir, it looks like they're going to be able to get the Rift Herald uncontested as well.
I gave props for C9's adaptability in the play. I'll give props to 100 Thieves as well for adaptability.
Just looking to trade, and as long as they're not trading way down, they're still feeling pretty good. Cole about to cash out here. 1 more CS for Sven. You can see the tier is almost fully stacked in mid and bot. And 5 stacks on the Roa as well, so Cloud9 scaling it up, and we'll see if he can actually Tokyo drift this the whole way, but mid lane tower is already gone, so...
Yeah, he's done. He's done. That was still nice turning, though.
Yeah.
Smash into the first wall.
Some game still. Maybe now.
Okay. That's actually kicked down from Blabber. Quid flashing in. Gets flash out from C9's jungler. But now they're onto the mid laner. River picks up the kill. 100 Thieves find their pick.
And that's the second play where 100 Thieves just keeps going. It looks like the first engage isn't going to give them a kill, but then they just keep going. That play wasn't even started to Loki, but because Loki was around as they all dove in for Blabber, they just took the guy that was next.
Yeah, I mean, I have to give so much credit there to Quid, because River Q flashes in, then ults, and just gets disengaged by the ulti. If that was the end of the play, that's super beneficial for Cloud9.
Yeah, but I also got to say pressure on Sniper here to not die in the side lane, but actually we'll get back to that. Loki getting caught out in his own jungle. The trap is sprung, and it might answer 1 for 1. Shut down for Blabber. C9 answer in kind, and they do get 1.
Oh, Ayla tried to flash heal and that's on the TP, though.
He's TPing top. Sniper's going to get in there, but it's too late. I mean, this Otacon is going to go down. Maybe they can win the fight after the fact. Loki teleports in. Quid gets a little damage. As now Ayla, hostile takeover onto everybody. We are going to get a fight. Sniper jumps in. Buying time for River. Quid in the 1v1 against Loki, and he's winning it. Sniper buying so much space. There's the exhaust. That's 1 down. Thanatos jumps back in as FBI and Blabber are fighting on their own. Will fall. Couple GAs popped as now Thanatos continues the dive, flashing in, shut down.
Loki at the moment, so Cloud9 definitely in a good position to start this Drake.
And this is tough for 100 Thieves because they're the comp that doesn't scale quite as well.
No exhaust ready as well for Cloud9, so Sniper might have an opportunity.
Watch for the engage. We're going in straight on the Blabber. If we can pop him, that is Dragon, but instead it's answering back. Blabber gets the kill instead, as Loki's still alive. Sniper trying to get on top of him, but he's got Vulcan playing goalie. As C9 now fighting their way out of the pit. Looking at Sniper, big damage. There's the bailout. They gotta get a kill. They got it! Sniper lives! 1-for-1 trade so far. Junglers go down, but
I will say though, Loki hasn't been finding side lane plays. Maybe now finds
Sniper.
Yeah, Thanatos finding the side lane play onto Sniper. He's played a very calm game up to this point, but eventually he will get picked off. The rest of the team's not able to save him.
Yeah, that's really big. It's a 45-second respawn timer with no TP. We'll see what more Cloud9 can push for, but that's the kind of play Loki needs to look for.
Yeah.
He needs to get Realm Warps to the side lane, because in the straight-up 5v5, he's just getting outranged and he's getting poked down before he really has a lot of value. River's behind him.
He found Sven! They caught the 80 carry, and he's out of there! 100 Thieves with an insane pick right at the Baron, and now Quid absorbing the ultimate from the Lee Sin, and he finds his own engage. They're getting on the Blabber. They take him down. 100 Thieves are doing it 4v5. Are you kidding me?
What a turn by 100 Thieves. You think with their Riven down, they would play passively, but that's exactly when they decide to go in.
Man, River found such a sick angle there, and Quid also timed the Zhonya's to immune the Lee Sin ultimate there. And then as he comes out, he's able to flash on the other side, so Blabber just kind of kicks him away to safety. Both of the mid-jungle there playing insane from that spot. Sven just gets 100-0'd, and like you said,
Put them in position.
From Sniper Riven there.
Oh yeah, exactly.
And look at this is kind of expectations versus reality. 400 Thieves, especially last year coming into the spring, average power ranking was 6th. You know, average power ranking was 5th, you know, in summer, and they were able to really outperform what people expected. You can see they finished 2nd in spring. They made where Rise really succeeds in the later stages of the game. It can be very difficult versus a Varus and a Azir to just walk straight at them. And I did think Cloud9 was going to be playing more heavily in that 1-3-1 style, but they haven't really been able to find very much in that kind of formation.
And even when they picked up,
Ayla just used the redemption, kind of resets the little bit of poke that Sven has been able to land here, and they just are just going to continue this push.
And now over the wall, Thanatos jumping away from River and Sniper. The turret is the focus. We are sieging it down, and we get it.
Blabber complete, still sitting on that 4.5 items right there.
Ooh, do we re-engage a C9 here? Vulcan looks for it. Hostile takeover will land onto just the cow. He pops the ultimate. Unbreakable will keep him very tanky, but not tanky enough. Exhaust onto Sniper. Vulcan still in trouble, and Quid finds the shuffle! C9 are fighting from a desperate spot here. Down 2 members. 100 Thieves bulldozing over them. Double kill to Sniper's Riven. Can he still live? Jumping away
because they have the Renata. If anyone tries to turn around, their timing to stopwatch from Quid's ear perfectly, and they might try and end on this push.
I think this is it. It's only 2 members. Yes, they have some wave clear. It's Ezreal, it's Rise. If they can hit the wave, that can do a lot of damage. River's low as well. They got the wave down pretty much right there, flashing forward, and under the turret, the stasis. 100 Thieves are gonna have to try and survive this. They get 1. Loki's still alive. Sniper flashes in. Gets the stun, still falls Loki with the shutdown, and 100 Thieves have to realize, no,
if C9 tries to
it's going to be a smite fight.
His health.
It can come down to 50-50. 1Q could just kill Loki. There it is! FBI finds the snipe, and Quid trying to keep himself alive. Thanatos cannot stick on it.
Still on it.
Sven teleported in. They're still committing to the Baron. River's into the pit. There's no damage onto the Baron. Who gets it? River steals the Baron! 100 Thieves are still in it! C9 thought they had the play. They can't find the objective.
But Cloud9 win the fight. They kill off Quid and they kill off River, so they lose the Baron. But now look at the respawn timers, and it's going to be the Dragon coming up, which Cloud9 will have the extra man for. Blabber barely survives, and he's got to get back out of the map. 100 Thieves are going to try to potentially rush this.
It's Soul, though, so Sniper's just going to try and do as much damage as possible if they think they can burst it before Blabber gets there.
This is so
lethality Varus.
It's too slow. They should not be doing this. You're just going to leash it for him.
I mean, there's the Hex Flash
Chain of
coming
Corruption
in.
will miss, and everyone from 100 Thieves say back away, but can they actually get away? Vulcan's there. If you can find the headbutt, no flash available, and it will just be thanks for the leash. C9 will put themselves on Soul Point.
Oh, this is getting really spicy.
Yes.
It's a 7.
We'll see if he can loop around.
Yeah, a lot of pressure on Thanatos to try to get something done here as well. You know, he is the only one with the lead, and he's got that 5 items completed, still sitting on the Bramble. But if he can find backline with that death cap completed, he is going to be able to cut through them, no problem. But it's so difficult for him to find any sort of an entrance. You know, they have no angle, and Sven is just getting poked down.
Yeah,
they're going to have to give double inhib.
At least, I mean, Sven completely has to go away. The Varus is just chunking him. if he's able to get any arrows onto him.
And we're back.
Here's on the turrets.
We're back to it. Chain of Corruption lands. It's on the Blabber. No one else is going to follow up on the engage. Vulcan will find his own, though.
Okay.
Unbreakable Will. He can take a lot of damage. Thanatos on the side there, and Quid actually shovels him back in towards the team. Vulcan's down. Thanatos has to find him, but he doesn't. 100 Thieves find the engage. They find the way, and they will yet again slay their rivals in C9. Doubters beware. 100 Thieves are back.
It started slow, but it ended in true 100 Thieves fashions. Non-stop team fighting. Quid gives us a highlight at the end. Fantasy points, 100 Thieves take him down.
And they get Sven. 100 Thieves will take it. GG, 100 Thieves.